For the past 8 years, women have come from miles around to the St. George Weaving Studio to take up the art of weaving.
It's interesting to me over the years, the people that have come from Burrell, from Springdale, from Dameron Valley, and maybe far out Ivans, or other places, and they come here to weave once a week.
Currently located in an old airplane hangar at the top of Tech Ridge, this studio will soon be vacated.
We're moving out because we didn't have a long-term commitment. We had a year-by-year graciousness commitment, and this building is going to come down.
A former professor, Dr. Sandberg, has been a weaving instructor for decades. She enjoys helping others learn the craft and create their own passion, using patterns and various colored yarns and threads to create woven products which could take months or even years to complete.
And it's a 5/2 cotton fiber, and they're going to be valances for my weaving room, window valances.
And how long did those take?
Well, with all of the mistakes, they probably took 3 months.
Weaving is a centuries-old craft which requires knowledge, wooden looms, tools, and some math.
Doing this and hooking things together, I remember one person I worked with said a weir, what you put sticks in the stream and weave branches through it to catch fish, was the first loom.
The wooden machines used to create the weaves, called looms, can be used to create clothing, tapestries, or even scarves and blankets.
This is what's called we call it a baby Mac. It's just a small loom. I've got it tied down, so ready to move.
The textile art uses distinct sets of yarns or threads.
We have cotton yarns, we have acrylic yarns, we have mixed yarns, we have novelty yarns, and these are wonderful wool condon yarns that aren't made anymore. They're quite wonderful.
And there are various patterns that can be used to design the woven fabrics.
It gives them instructions. It's like knitting patterns. These are weaving patterns. And this is a fairly simple one, but they can be extremely complex and create all kinds of wonderful things.
Using her own hand-drawn pattern below, Tammy is making a rug.
And it is going to be 3 pansies in the middle of the rug.
A wooden tool which holds the yarn or thread is called a shuttle, which is designed to be passed back and forth through the shed of the weaving loom.
The pansy is going to be centered right in the middle of the rug. I'm actually going to embroidery some lines in it to give it more definition when it's done.
So you do embroidery too?
I do embroidery too.
Wow. Those who enjoy weaving say it's almost therapeutic and even mathematical.
In the 1700s, there was a guy named Jacquard who built a loom much like that, only bigger and different. and he put a machine on the top of it that allowed someone to sit up there and flip punched cards to make the loom do the design. So it's kind of like a player piano concept, and it was the first computer. And shoes are never narrow enough, and they always drag down an extra treadle and make you have to go back.
As a fiber artist, I started out knitting and loved it, and then I wanted to learn how to make yarn, so then I had to learn how to spin, and then I had to learn how to weave because I had so much yarn I had to weave it up. Everybody's got a shared interest. You know, it's a nice community.
So you're telling me this is addictive?
Kinda, yeah, we're all enabling each other.
And to get to the final woven product, it takes a lot of time, patience, and skill.
You feel accomplishment when you actually take that project off the loom and you have something to show for your time.
It's just getting together with the people, creating something that you can't buy in the store, and then making something that you can wear. And people look at you and you say, oh my God, you made that?
And then this is a ripsmata that she wove some time ago. Very beautiful, very long. It's been in a couple of our shows. And then this is a jacket that she did that's a two-faced fabric.
But soon, those who come here from afar will be traveling to a new location, to the Washington City Museum, to work on their projects.
But they invited us to come and be part of history, and we're happy to accept it, even though it means downsizing quite a bit.
So the next time you see weaved textiles, remember the effort, time, and patience it took to create these unique pieces.
It just is satisfying. It's a piece, it's wellness, it's good.
In St. George, Melissa Anderson, Community Education News.